Hello everyone, welcome back to Sew Createful. My name is Paige. I'm by myself today. My husband's still, he is here, but I don't know if he'll come in later on in the video. I'm sorry, I tried to get up here to do the video a few hours ago, and now I'm getting chased out by the sunlight, the natural light coming in this window. I don't know if I can. Well, it's usually a good thing, but when you're trying to make a video, it's sometimes a challenge. So anyway, how is everyone doing? We're doing pretty good, other than the normal aches, other than the normal aches and pains, and I feel like my husband's in the other room listening to me. He should just be in the video. But I hope my squeaky chair is not too loud. I hear it every single time. I just barely move. But anyway, so what has everyone been up to? I have a finish that I'm really excited about. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or not. If you do, you already have seen my finish. I just recently, probably in the past couple months, really started trying to use my Instagram more, and I'm recording on my iPad today, so I'm hoping, I just realized I probably need to speak up a little clearer, because I think this iPad is much older than my phone, so it's just, I can see things better on the iPad. It's easier for me to do videos on the iPad. But so anyway, I just recently got back into trying to use the Instagram, and I have Facebook mainly to keep in touch with my long distance family, and I try not to spend too much time on that, and so I was always reluctant to get into Instagram on top of that, because it's bad enough I get distracted with Etsy and Amazon, and there's all kinds of things that can pull my attention away so easily that I was scared to really get too involved with Instagram, because I thought I'll never get any stitching done or crafting or sewing. So anyway, but I decided to go ahead and get more active on Instagram, and I really enjoy it a lot because so many people share their projects and their finishes, and it's very motivating. And I do excuse me, I do tend to favor it because it is more targeted to your interest, where on Facebook you get a whole lot more other stuff that comes through that's just a waste of time to me. So but I pretty much keep my Facebook going for my long distance family. But anyway, back to my finish. I have you may already know what it is, because I talked about it on my last video, what I really wanted to finish, and this is the Fall on the Farm that I followed along faithfully month by month, if I can talk. I kept up with each month as it was being released faithfully, and then the very last block we had a wedding in the family, and I had a hard time getting back to that last block, and I just finally got it finished. So, but the main thing, it is finished. And my husband and I, we went into Hobby Lobby looking at frames to finish this, and their unfinished framing selection has reduced quite considerably. I was really surprised, and we were looking at other frames that had the glass in the back and everything included, and we weren't finding just the right thing. So I said, well, let's go check out the framing department and just find out to see what they have. So this is what we ended up with. I wasn't even planning on leaving it that day. So after I left, I was kind of frustrated with myself, because since I didn't plan to leave it, I like to put my initials on the stitched piece, and I didn't get to do that, or the year. So I'm going to get a like a sticky, one of those larger stickers, and write a little bit of history about this piece, the pattern, the year that I stitched it in, and my name and everything. So the history of this will be attached to the back of this picture. And we have this, I'm planning on leaving it up year-round. The interesting fact about this is the person that helped me at Hobby Lobby to look for a frame, I told him I wanted something very simple on the rustic side, not anything too fancy. And this was one of the first samples that he pulled out for us to look at, and I thought, no, I don't, to me it was just a little bit small. And then we pulled out something else, and that was too big, and we kept looking around, looking and looking and looking, and then finally he says, oh, I can show you, compare the different frames to your stitched piece, and you can decide from there if that helps you any. So he put the stitched piece on the counter and aimed the camera from the computer to the stitched piece, and then he scanned each frame into the computer, and it popped up on the computer screen what each piece would look like as a finished piece of art. And it ended up being the first frame that we looked at. I ended up really liking the size of this better, and even though we have a decent sized home, we don't have a tremendous amount of wall space. So the other thing I took into consideration is the smaller the frame I used, the more wall space it would leave me for hanging more stitched pieces in the future. So I'm very happy with it. We picked this frame, walked away. We did, as you notice, we did put glass on it. I walked away after we made our frame selection and everything, and then it dawned on me before we left the store. I said, museum glass, I forgot all about museum glass. So my husband and I walked back, and it was $20 extra to put museum glass on, but it's really worth it. I highly suggest it if you're going to put glass on it. I'm not sure in the future, you know, it depends on the piece that I do, whether if I put glass on it or not, but it makes a huge difference with the reflection. And I'm glad that we went with it, and I think he did a really good job with the framing. I'm very well pleased. So that is my finish. Yay! The other thing I finished is I finally got to work on some project bags, and I stitched a vinyl front bag. I haven't put a zipper pull on here, it's just the regular zipper, and I think I have a small lobster claw on the zipper in preparation for making a zipper pull, but that's as far as I've gotten. So this is going to be my Primrose Cottage, all the bee things project bag that I'm keeping everything in here, because I have this plus more of their bee patterns. So I do have some more of this fabric. I'll probably make another one. I'm probably going to make some more vinyl front bags, and then I'm probably going to experiment with other style of bags as well. I made this one. This one is really cute. This one has the chickens and the egg basket, and then that's the contrasting fabric that goes with. And the zippers move just nice, really nice. I do like these a lot. So, you know how sometimes you get started on something and you get going and you can't stop? Well, that's me. So when I was in the store the other day, I spotted this fabric, and there's probably plenty of fabric here to make several bags. If anybody wants to, I may end up selling some bags in the future. So if anybody is interested, let me know. whether if it's with or without vinyl, if you have any preference. But I fell in love with this material. I just couldn't pass it up. Isn't that beautiful? And then I picked this as a contrast fabric. So, and I have an idea for another project bag that I would like to experiment with. It's the pattern's up here, so I just have to get it down. And I have other fabric. That's right. Where did I put that? Ooh, I'll show you that on the next video. I don't know where. I probably stuck it over there on my rolly cart. Let me get this out of the way. So, I've been working on my stitch camp with Sherry. She's the Colorado Stitcher. She's hosting a stitch camp for June, July, and August. And, oh, I just turned my light on. My diamond painting light. I just turned my light on by accident. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but right here, I'm using my diamond painting art desk as my table for all of my projects here. It's very handy dandy. But anyway, so for June, I had picked, I think I left this one downstairs. That's where my bag is, where I was stitching at earlier. So June, I did this for the month of June. What we were supposed to stitch on for June was something that had bird in it. So I chose the autumn piece for June, and then July is something that grows, and I went ahead and kept with the flow and went ahead and stitched winter. So I'm working on this one right now, the winter seasonal belt jar. I'm really loving these. I still have it on my stand here, so sorry. I may need to put this in here. So hopefully, I'm hoping tonight. It would be nice if I could finish this up. I really don't have that much more, but there's been so much going on here lately that it's been hard for me to get as much stitching done as I would like. This past Wednesday, we had our stitching group again, and I actually made some decent progress this time there, so I wish we could have those more often. Nothing like getting together with stitching friends, right? Let's see, what else do I have? I have a lot of haul. I have, well, I had showed this in the past. My Stitcher's Garden. I have this bag with the tiny modernist patterns. I have this one, which is Stitching Men's, and I also have the tiny modernist, A Stitcher's Garden. And I really wanted to start on this one, but I was wanting to pull different colors. Something wasn't grabbing me. And then I was watching the Primrose Cottage Stitchers, and Emily showed the conversion that she did using the Classic Colorworks. Wait a minute. No, Color and Cotton, I'm sorry. And as soon as she showed that, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I love the perfect colorway with that. It is beautiful. So she shows that. She showed it on the last video, I believe, that they had. And okay, so I had showed this pattern on my last video. I shared, this was a share from a stitchy friend in our group, and I absolutely love it. One of my favorites. So I'm going to stitch the one on the bottom. I think she said she's going to stitch the one on the top. And so I paired with this, and so I'm all ready to start it as soon as I get the window of opportunity to come along. I'm going to start it on a piece of, what is this? Vintage Smoky White Belfast linen, which is a 32 count, in combination with Gentle Arts Brethren Blue. Oh, now I probably need the light. So I think I'm anxious to get started on that. That's going to be so pretty. And I think I'm going to make that another anniversary start for my husband and I. Always do the 15th of the month as our anniversary stitch. And I have so many tiny modernist patterns. Earlier I was thinking I should start, I should declare Tuesday, Tiny Tuesday, Tiny Tuesday, what did I say earlier? Tuesday, Tiny Stitch. Tuesday Tiny Stitch. All my tiny modernists I'll stitch on Tuesdays. Now that way I can make some progress. So, for the month of August, for my stitch camp, I keep going back and forth, and so I hope I have made my final decision on this. But for the final month of August, you're supposed to stitch something that is new to you. And I think I've changed my mind at least 3 or 4 times. This was gifted to me, and I was thinking about, since fall is coming, that this would be a great start. And I have not stitched JBW designs, so that would be new to me. There's that. I was thinking about that. Or the other thing I thought about was this pattern I had purchased at Dixie Darlin at the Smoky Mountains, and I had also purchased this piece of fabric from them to stitch one of those trucks with the flowers. And so I've really been wanting to do that. This, to me, at that time, this was, I hadn't tried the Vintage Country Mocha when I purchased this, so I was really excited to try that. I really don't think, so that would be new to me, and I really don't think that I have stitched any Sue Hillis designs. I could be wrong, but if I have, it's been a really long time, so we'll say I haven't. I've done so many different stitching projects for people as gifts, and then I don't remember what I've done because I don't have them here to show for it, and then I kind of forget about them. So that is, I'm going to put both of those patterns together in this bag. I'm going to, this is a small stitch, so I may just start with that. And I was looking at the stitch count of those trucks, and they really aren't that big either. So I may even be able to get both of those done, possibly. So we will see on that. And so when I finished my Fall on the Farm, I sent a picture to my daughter, and she says she really liked it, and she goes, "Oh, cool, you should stitch a Disney one for the girls' bedroom." And I said, well, I don't have anything. So that ended up leading to a big online search of patterns, and then screenshots and sending them to my daughter, and do you like this, do you like that? Of course, I liked a bunch. I do have this pattern here. Where did I put it? I had this one that I had purchased on eBay quite a long time ago. I went ahead and bought it because sometimes these things are hard to find, and I had the intention at that time maybe making a collection, like trying to collect some of these and making some for the girls' bedroom, but I wouldn't. It comes with the floss and the fabric and everything, but I'd probably go ahead and use the floss, but I would probably change the fabric because most of the time the fabric that comes in the kits is just so stiff that I don't like it at all. So I would probably change the fabric to that. That was an option, and then try to collect some more Disney princesses for the room. I came across a seller on Etsy. Where did I put my phone? Oh, here. I came across a seller on Etsy that had some patterns for sale, and I was being super careful not to find anything that there was a copyright issue, but I came across a few that I really liked, or I thought was really cute, you know, for Disney fans. So this Etsy seller is New Dream Stitch, and she sells sells PDF patterns, and so this was one. Well, that's strange. Okay, so if I hold it at an angle, I guess you can slightly see it. But it's in this house we do Disney, and it says, in this house we let it go because Hakuna Matata will always be our guide. All it takes is faith, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust while we just keep swimming. Whistle while we work. We believe in happy endings, and we know that life is always better under the sea because in this house we do Disney. So I'm planning on stitching this one for them. I downloaded that pattern, and then my daughter also really liked this one, so this is another one that it's called Fairy Tale Map. It's from the same seller. I don't know if it's because of the window light, but there. I don't know if I can. There. But I thought that was adorable. So I printed out the pattern in black and white. The pattern comes out beautiful in black and white. And I'm sure the cover photo, the colored printout, comes out really good. But my printer, for some reason, I don't know if the color head's dried up on me or what's going on, but my printer will not print out the color portion of patterns. So I'm gonna have to follow that on my iPad, because the color is always easier for me to follow better than a black and white. So there's that, and the other thing that I got as a PDF is I purchased this pattern, and this is an example how my printer will not print in color. This is a Doreen Jones pattern, and I downloaded it from her Etsy store, and I'll try to, let me see, I may be able to show you a picture here, but you go to Etsy, to her store, and find this there as well. And I'm probably going to change the colors, and of course it'll have my name on there. My name's not Amelia. So yeah, I got a little bit of tweaking on that to do, but I thought that was really cute, and I'll hang that in my craft room. There's no need to hang that in another room. Paige's cross stitch stash would only be fitting in this craft room. Let's see. So yeah, I had ordered a few things from 123 Stitch, fabric wise mainly, and when I was on there, something reminded me to check and see if they had any punch needle and primitive stitcher magazines left from spring, because you snooze you lose. I missed the one at the store. I usually pick it up at Joann's, but by the time I got in there, well, I didn't really snooze. It's just life. I just couldn't get in there to try to buy it, and even the bookstore was all sold out, or they didn't have them. So anyway, I was able to add this to my cart. I was happy to get this issue. This is the one that I'm definitely going to keep up with as far as magazine goes, because there's a lot of beneficial, useful information in that. I had ordered this from Sherry, the Colorado cross stitcher. This is called Snowman Collector. And anybody that knows me, you know that I love snowmen. And when I saw them finished into these little pillows, I didn't hesitate. I had to have it. I love all the different little details, but I was thinking about making family gifts out of these, the little snowmen on the bottom, and kind of making them to however many family members are in the household, and making little gifts out of those. So I thought that was really cute. And then just on D-Stash group, Facebook D-Stash, I picked up a few patterns that I couldn't resist. This kitty cat from Tiny Modernist, the cat came back, it's called. This looks exactly like our Roxy that we used to have. She passed away a couple years ago, and she looks very similar to that, except she didn't have that heart, I don't think. She may have had a little white, she did have a white patch on her chest, so maybe it was a heart. And then, of course, this to me speaks for my husband and I. It's from the Blue Flower, the Tudor Swan, and her patterns are just beautiful. Very beautiful patterns. I love her designs. And then this one, this is another cat one, because our middle daughter, her cat, his name is Kirby, and he's solid black. He's a big sweet boy, and I couldn't pass this up. This was on a D-Stash. I thought that was just so beautiful. Cat in the Moonlight, it's called. This was another D-Stash from a seller. She had this like a combo sale. This pattern from Teresa Kogut, Needle and Flax, and then she had this little Teresa Kogut zipper bag. It's just a little, like a pencil case size, really. I thought it was bigger when I ordered it, to be honest with you. But anyway, it's so cute. I'll get use out of that, I'm sure. And then she also had this. Really, I thought this was the coolest thing, and I can't wait to start on this. I'm not sure, there's not a title on this. It's just a kit for it. It's a hoop, and you put the piece of fabric or linen inside, and then you applique on those little pieces on there, little tidbits. It's just a little cute hanging, and I thought it was just adorable. That's the, you can see inside. There's like little wooden tidbits in there and stuff, and little teeny tiny pieces of wool fabric. I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to little teeny tiny things. And then this was another D-Stash. This one, I was really excited to get it as far as the pattern, because I've been eyeballing this pattern for a long time. One of my weird things is whenever I have a magazine, I don't like to bend the pages. I like for my magazines and my books to constantly look brand new. So I'm like very delicate with them. This pattern, I got it in the mail, and I'm like, this is a well-loved pattern. See all the crinkles in it? It looks like, you know, different people, kids, cats, dogs, everything walked across it maybe, or it's very rough looking, but you know, I didn't pay the full price, of course, so that's what you get. And the pattern's beautiful. There's no problem with the pattern at all itself, so I shouldn't be so picky and complain. That's just one of my little downfalls of being nitpicky. So at our stitch group that we have once a month, we go to the yarn shop and we meet there, and he had some patterns on the table that was available for sale. It's hot up here. Picked up Chubby Bunny. So cute. I want the chubby bird as well. And then I love this one. It's called Be Mine Biscornu, and I have not made a biscornu yet. So of course I like a challenge. I want to make that. And then this one I had on order since Market. I fell in love with this one. This was released at Market, and I love the option or the variation they show there with the black fabric. I think that's very pretty, very striking piece, even though I probably won't attempt that. I don't think my eyes would let me do that, and even if I tried it, it may give me a really bad headache. I don't know, but I think that's just beautiful. But what I fell in love with this is the barn has the design that looks like a quilt, and how pretty is that? It says, "Yes, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning." Beautiful pattern. So I look forward to starting that. When? I have no idea. And I did some trading with a friend. I gave her some patterns, and she gave me this set of patterns. So this is a series that I've always wanted to start as well. This is the Country Cottage Needleworks, the Cottage of the Month series. So there's all of the months here, and I'll be starting on those. I'm not sure when I will start them, but they're Little House Needleworks, or Country Cottage, both of them. Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks are both just beautiful patterns to me. And then this was also JBW Strawberry. I think that's beautiful. And I don't know, I can't remember if I shared this the last time, but I had ordered this because I had to, because, you know, cabins, and because bears and camping and blue flower, and, you know, what's not to love. So that one's called Happy Campers. I'm gonna be impatiently wanting to start that one. I know that's gonna be hard for me to wait on. But anyway, I had ordered this because someone in our stitch group finished this, and it was so pretty that another person and I in this stitch group decided that we wanted to start it together. We're gonna start it in September, so I have until September. I still have to get she already has her fabric picked out. I'm still having to pick mine out. I don't know. I haven't decided which fabric I'm going to go with yet. But the person that finished it in our stitch group, she used I want to say it was a Fiber on the Whim, and it was a blue. I don't want to say the wrong color. And I hope Fiber on the Whim was right. But anyway, I'm looking forward to stitching this. This was amazing to see her finished piece, because when you look at that finished piece, and there's just so much detail in all the little critters and the lightning bugs and all the things to look at. It's a beautiful pattern. Like I said, the blue flower is amazing. Oh, on Prime Days, I ordered some of these. I did get a few little things on Prime Days. I had gotten some of these in a Nerge hoop. I ordered a Nerge hoop on Amazon a couple months back, and they gave me some samples of these thread holders, organizers, and I saw these on Prime Days. It's a 10-pack, and they were really inexpensive, and I actually really like these because they're very durable. I don't know. I was looking to see. I wanted to say that they were made out of a plastic type of material and it made it stronger, but it could just be a really good cardstock. But anyway, if you want to know, I'll let you know. Put something, say something down below, and I will look into that for you if you care to know. And then also on Prime Days, I went ahead and ordered a clapper. I've had this in my Amazon wish list for a long time, and I really wanted to get one for making really good seams for my sewing, my quilts. Sometimes I like doing little mini quilts and stuff, and this is the Riley Blake Taylor's clapper, and it's important that when you have a clapper that you have one that's made out of a hardwood. And I was reading reviews, and some of the other more inexpensive clappers, they were leaching out a color out of it, and I didn't want to take a chance of buying something inexpensive and getting something that could possibly ruin my fabric. So I stuck with something that is more of a well-known product, and I felt like they would make sure it's good before they're going to put their name on it. So I went with this, and I've used it already, and it's already been a lifesaver, and I realized that this is actually going to come in use for all kinds of different crafting projects that I do, not just sewing. I do paper crafting. Sometimes when you glue something down, you want a little something heavy to set on it while something is drying. I'll have this I can use, and yeah, it's just a really good universal tool. I did get another one of those magnifier lights that it's a floor stand. It's that direction, so it's hard to show you, but that was very inexpensive, so I'm hoping it holds up okay. I will keep you posted, and if I end up really liking it, I will share which one that I had purchased that was good. So maybe if you're in the market for one, maybe come Black Friday. By Black Friday, I should know if that is a good light or not, because I had another one in the past where it just didn't want to hold the position. It got loose, and it ended up being garbage. So also I ended up ordering another clamp light from when I was at the yarn shop to clamp onto my lap stand. It'll clamp directly onto my Q-snap. It's a Vivalux, and it has the magnifier that goes over the stitch piece. It's a little bit wider, which is perfect for me because my vision's I've got bad eyesight. And there's also like a real small light that comes out, like a fiber optic light, and it's a really small tiny bulb. And I thought that would probably be very beneficial, because sometimes we are watching movies and I'll stitch downstairs with my lap stand, and I don't want my light to shine in anybody's eyes, so I thought that little light on there will be perfect to keep it directed on where I want to stitch. So he ordered that for me. Hopefully when I go next month, I'll get to pick it up. And I think, I was also going to show you, I've had this for a while. This is, a lot of stitchers really like these Stanley cups, and I've had this for a while. I had a lot of them order the ones that have the straw that comes out the top, and I'm the type of person that I research things. Like, I look things up and search, and just like, it's got to be just perfect before I order something. So what for my needs, what I was looking for was, I was thinking in my mind, the girls have, my granddaughters, they have these cups where they have the drink spout where it flips up, and so you flip it down and it's not going to spill. I can carry this in my purse, in my bag. I took this into the theater so I could bring my water in with me. It does not leak out at all. If I had the cup that had the straw, it would leak out. So this was perfect. This is exactly what I was needing to get. This one is the 30. It's a 30 ounce. It's not the 40. It's the next step down from the 40 ounce one. But they make this with a really strong hardware. I'm not affiliated with Stanley at all whatsoever. I'm just letting you know my own personal. I just really like this a lot, and because a lot of people like to have their water cups. My husband and I, we have a Berkey water filtration system that we've had for a couple of years already, and we can't hardly drink any other water now. It's just we like to take our water everywhere we go. Even if we go to a restaurant, we have a Berkey travel tumbler thing, so if we're going to be gone away from the house, like when we went to the Smokies, we would take it when we would be gone for the day, because then if we stopped and we ate at a restaurant, we could take the restaurant water and pour it in our travel tumbler, because it had the Berkey filter in the bottom, and so when you drink it out of the straw, it would filter out that water and didn't taste like, you know, have a funny taste when you're traveling in their water. But yeah, so we're very big on bringing our own water everywhere we go. This is very well worth it, and it being a Stanley, you can probably hear my ice inside clanging on it. It keeps it cold for hours, and you carry it. It's kind of on the heavy side, but because it has that good strong handle on it, it's like carrying a kettlebell. I think of it as like a kettlebell. But yeah, I just thought I would show you. That's an item that we really like, and my husband has one in a like orange color. I think that is all of my haul and everything that I was going to share, and I probably talked long enough anyway, so if I forgot anything, I will add it to the next video. I'm going to add some pictures. My daughter is downstairs right now. She's working on her diamond art. I think it's called, I don't know, craft room or something. I forget the name of it. I'll share a picture of that at the end of the video, and I'm going to show you what I've gotten done on my Alice here. So I think when I showed you the last time, I was working over here, and I finished that up, completed that row to that edge, and now I'm over on this side. This thing's so big, and I've started on this square, and I'm moving this direction. And this, I'm really enjoying this. This is really a lot of fun. Look at the shimmer. Oh yeah, I gave my mother-in-law and father-in-law their English rose that we had framed for them, that I diamond painted. I think I showed it on my last video as a finish. So she really liked it, and I think he did too, because he wanted more done to hang up in their house. So I take that as he liked it as well. But yeah, this is really big. And then I'll share some video or some pictures of what my daughter's working on. She's shy, so she didn't want to get on the camera, but she said she didn't mind if I showed her project. And I don't know, my husband never came up here. He actually has a little project that we were going to show, but maybe in the next video I'll have him to show his little project I bought him a long time ago to see if he liked to cross stitch or not. But anyway, everyone take care. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all the new subscribers, and I hope you come back and join me again. Hit the like button so more people can find my videos, and take care. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from everyone. Talk to you later next time. I did this on the last video. I had mentioned on the last video, right before I was leaving on the last one, that we were going to try to go to Stitch Etc. And right after I put that video up, I found out that they're actually having a anniversary event August 19th. Stitch Etc. is in Farmington, Missouri, and it marks 1 year of their store being open at that location. So it'd be nice to see some of you there. If not, I'll see you the next time. I don't know if I'll do a video before we go to that, but hopefully so. Hopefully I'll talk to you before I go. Till next time. Bye.